Alright guys, so this is probably the first review of this because I haven't seen too many of it because it's funny. Before I even go in this review, it's going to be very quick. I'm going to talk mainly about the 4 episodes, but we're going to go with this. So Digimon Adventure Tri was released yesterday. Many of y'all may not have known that because most of y'all were watching Jessica Jones like I was. Funny thing, I know Digimon Adventure Tri was supposed to be released back in September, or was it October? Oh, October. Earlier, a few months ago. It was supposed to be released a few months ago. They pushed it back, and and it was released around the 11th to 20th. 4 episodes, mind you. So 4 episodes were released. I will put the link in the description box below so you guys could go check it out. So this is the new, updated version of Digimon Adventures. Now they said this takes place after Adventures 2, so I'm like, when you watch it, there's some things like it's not adding up, but we'll get to that in a minute. And you watch it and you're like, yeah. The first episode though, throwback. It feels so weird watching it though in Japanese, especially for the original characters, because if you grew up with Fox Kids, if you grew up waking up Saturday morning watching Digimon, Pokemon, and you see them sub in Japanese, it feels so weird because you're used to them hearing them in dub. Like, I'm used to Dragon Ball Z dub. Like, if somebody tell me, okay, you watch the new Dragon Ball Super, I've seen it, but I don't like it because I'm used to them dub. I need to hear them English for them to be good, because that's what I used to hear when I was younger. Like One Piece, I can listen to that because I used to watch One Piece sub for years now. And God knows after that All for 4 Kids dub, you gotta watch the sub. Naruto, same thing, dub or sub, I'm good with that. Bleach, same thing, dub or sub, I'm cool with that. But Digimon and Dragon Ball Z, you have to only watch them dub because at the time, the internet wasn't that good. Streaming something took it for hours. Like, remember when you're on AOL, the buffing took forever. Like, it took so fucking long to the point where I was like, forget it, I'm done, I don't want to watch this more. So yeah, it felt so weird watching this. Like sub, it felt so weird. I was like, this feels weird. You see all the characters there, and they say their Japanese names. And look, I understand they have their Japanese names, and I understand it's different, but we're going back to 2000, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to call them by their American names: Ty, Matt, Izzy, Mimi, Joe, Sora, Kari, and TK. We're going by their American names because it's easier to remember. Plus, like I said, when you watch Fox Kids, they engraved you to know their American names, not their Japanese names, their American names. And watching the first episode and watching Ty taking on the first Digimon you see is the same Digimon you see Kugumon, or I can't remember his name, that big ass beetle they took on in the first ever episode in Digimon Adventures. And you see him and you say to yourself, holy shit, this brings back so many memories. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm smiling right now because I was a huge fan of Digimon. I said it before, I'll say it again. Fuck Pokemon, it's all about the Digimon. And seeing that, I smiled. And then when Agumon came out of nowhere and he took on he said his pepper breath. You can hear, like, the Japanese version said it, pepper breath. I was like, oh shit, oh shit. Then he digivolved to Greymon. I was like, yes, yeah. And then we get to the airport, and there's this whole scene of all the Digidestions together. Every one of them digivolved, and I see Angelmon. Angelmon was my boy. He transformed, and I'm like, oh my god, I was geeking out, man. I was killing it. I was like, yes, go, hit him with that fist, hit him with the fist. And he finally beat him. But the thing was, the 3 Beetlemons, whatever they would call them, they were all stronger than the original form. and we come to find out that the Digidex and the Digital Gate has been compromised. I don't want to say compromised, but been, you know, it's been messed up. So they come through different ways because Agumon and the other Digimon, they were fighting through multiple what you call it, gateways to the digital world. 1 minute they're in the human world, 1 minute they're in the digital world. They're going back and forth. We get to episode 2. Episode 2 is more like or episode 3 or 4. I can't remember. It's 4 episodes, so y'all can bear with me. So I think the 2 episodes, they kind of sit down. It's more like a chill. They all getting to know each other. Tai is very hesitant because he doesn't really want no one to die. And you could tell Tai has grown from season 1 because when he was a kid, he didn't care. He was like, but plus they were in the digital world, so it was only them. They were the only humans there. So pretty much, yeah. And then we get to what was episode 3 or 4, Matt and Tai. The love triangle in here, ladies and gentlemen, is real. It is real. It's already shown that Sora, Matt, and Tai, they're already in a love triangle. There's this new chick though that might actually get Sora's upset a little bit, but they haven't really shown it yet. But she's gonna really play a big factor, and I'm so happy because I was never a big fan of Sora and Matt. Never were. I never liked those two together because I always thought Tai was better, and I always thought Matt was going to end up with Mimi, or Matt was going to end up with some other chick, or Matt was going to end up with somebody that made more sense. But I digress. And anyway, also before we get any further, this is my only last day for the love triangle. Then we're about to go into some Digimon shit, like this, to the point where I smiled throughout the whole episode, was TK and Kari. I stated this before, I state this again. Out of any relationship, out of Digimon, those two were the best. They were the best. And what I mean by it is, and the funny thing is, when you got to Adventures 2, they don't even end up together, and they were the best. Is when they were even kids, you can tell they had a bond. Then when they went to Adventures 2, that bond grew. But then they were trying to push Davis, and I just hated Davis. Everybody hated Davis. There ain't nobody that liked Davis. I see the Digimon forums, there ain't nobody was a fan of Davis. And then the TK and Kari got together, and fans wanted those two together so badly. I did too. Because it was so genuine, it was so real, and it was building for each, it was building up. It was like, they didn't just put them together, it was building up. They built them up since the Adventures 1, when they were little kids, and it made more sense for them two to be together. Come to find out, ladies and gentlemen, that TK has a girlfriend. The biggest reveal is Joe. Joe has a girlfriend, and everybody look like, what? And he's so busy with school and stuff, trying to pass the exam, and it's hilarious. Everybody's looking at him like, wait a minute, you serious? He's like, y'all don't believe me. I don't believe you. I'm watching the show like, I don't believe this shit, you know. But it was all funny. And then that last episode, we get to the last episode. But we all know Joe ends up with Mimi, which that blew my mind. When I finally saw the Adventures 2, that last episode, I was like, wait a minute. Huh? I was like, huh? That doesn't make no sense. But we ain't gonna talk about Adventure 2. If they say Adventure 2 is not even canon, I'm cool with that. And Izzy has a thing for Mimi, but that's it for the love triangle. We get to the final episode. This new Digimon, this new Black Nightmon, whatever you want to call it, came out of nowhere, and Matt and Tai finally put the differences aside, and they worked together, and they finally, after all these years, we get to see Garurumon, Agumon, Digivolve into their second form. But that's not all, ladies and gentlemen. Greymon and War Garurumon and Metal Greymon were the only two forms we saw. We got to see them transform to Metal Greymon and War Greymon. Oh, but we're not done yet, ladies and gentlemen. We're not done. We finally get to see them, and after all these years, fuse together and to make that awesome Digimon. I forget his name. The name escapes me right now. I'm just so hyped. And I saw that. I smiled and I said, cool. I was about to call it DNA Digivolve. Yeah, it ain't a DNA Digivolve. Yeah, it's DNA Digivolve. It finally DNA Digivolve into that other one. It was pretty cool. So, I mean, I enjoyed it. By what I saw from the first 4 episodes, I enjoyed, again, they gotta be dubbed. Whoever, I think Nickelodeon might get it though, which I'm not a big fan of, but at this, because they're doing a lot of stuff on that network, Nicktoons network, and I'm not a big fan of, but I think that's where they're headed, because Digimon Fusion is over there, and I think they're going to get this. Joshua Seth has already said he will come back, bring his ass back. Out of all the voice actors, I think he should come back, because there's no one else who can play Tai. He's the only one I think should play Tai. He is the voice of Tai. Like, Sean Shimmer is the voice of Goku. This man is the voice. Joshua Seth is the voice of Tai. That's all I got to say. Other than that, guys, I'll put a link in the description box below. Go check out this Digimon Tri Adventures. Give it some praise. Go watch it. It needs that exposure. But again, I blame it on the studio for not really promoting it very well, because, like I said, I didn't see nothing for it. They announced a few times, but there was nothing for it. Other than that, guys, it's an awesome thing. I loved it. I thought this was probably the best thing I've seen this whole week, other than Jessica Jones with Marvel, but it was fantastic. This will, and plus I'm trying to, matter of fact, I might put this video out soon, because I want this to do well, because when tomorrow hits, ain't nobody gonna watch this. Everybody gotta watch that One Punch Man. That's the shit there. That's the shit. Other than that, guys, like and subscribe. Let me know down below what you guys thought of this. If you didn't know about it, go check it out. I'm going to put a link in the description box below. Have fun. Have a good day. Enjoy your weekend, wherever y'all doing. Be safe. Christmas is around the corner, so yeah. Peace. Have a good day. I'll talk to you later.